Hello, friends. Namaskar. Welcome to Lok Talks for professional medical guidance, for spirituality and meditation, life coaching, personality development, and travelogues. Thank you very much to be a part of my online YouTube family. Thank you very much. I welcome to you all. Thank you. Very warm welcome to you on Lok Talks. This is Dr. Lukesh Bhatia. Today I'll be celebrating your blessings, and that is what is called happiness. Celebration of your blessings is called happiness. Today we'll be talking on happiness, and the reason why I'm choosing it, that today I'm celebrating double century of subscribership. That means my subscribership toward on Lok Talks has crossed more than 200. Thank you very much. Thanks to each one of you for giving me this encouragement, for becoming a part of my online family. So let's understand what happens, what chemical changes, and what are the chemicals responsible for our happiness. The first chemical about which I would like to talk to you about is dopamine. Dopamine is called a reward chemical. Reward chemical means whenever you are completing a task, doing self-care activities, eating food, or celebrating the little wins, that is the time the dopamine comes in your circulation, and any small activities towards which you feel like rewarding yourself, learning any smallest possible act. You keep alive every day by learning something new. You will be giving happiness, and that's how you will be having dopamine in your circulation, and that is how the reward chemical dopamine will come into play. The next important chemical change what happens in happiness is played by a chemical hormone that is called oxytocin, and that is called love hormone. And playing with a dog, activities like playing with a dog, playing with a child, hugging somebody. Recently I did one course on happiness by Sri Sri. And the best thing what I remember was they taught us to how to do self-hugging. This is how you can do a self-hugging of yourself. And that brings the same feeling, and what the chemical changes, what it is bringing is the oxytocin, the love hormone comes in circulation, and that's how you feel very happy from within. You must be remembering one more thing of Munna Bhai MBBS, in which he teaches the world that hugging, pyar ki jhappi. So what is that bringing in circulation is oxytocin. Another third important hormone is serotonin, and that is mood stabilizer. You must have heard of a lot has been taught and talked in last 6 months or more now about meditation. So by meditation, the first thing what comes in circulation is improvement in circulation of serotonin. It is a mood stabilizer, and you definitely feel more better by doing meditation. Running activities, physical activities, by doing physical exercises, sunlight exposure, walking, swimming, any of such activities will definitely give a boost from within, and that is what gives you happiness. The fourth important hormone is endorphins, and those are natural painkillers. Again, by all those exercises, swimming, all physical exercises, yoga exercises, all will bring in increased circulation of endorphins. Um, Watch some comedy, eat some chocolates, definitely it will improve the circulation of endorphins, right? Now let's talk something more importantly about what Mathria has to say about. Mathria has in one of his lectures has said in a very small short video, he says whatever money can buy is a toy. It may be costliest of the mobile, or it may be Ferrari. Whatever money can buy is a toy. So it is just a device which we as an adult age keep playing. It is not a source of your happiness. It is just some attitude of possession and accumulating more and more things. But the day you get all those things, you definitely are not that happy for which you are really striving and struggling to get it. So, no thing ever can give you happiness. You have to absorb this fact. Margaret Gartiner gave a wonderful quote about this, and which says, happiness consists not in having much, but having a containment feeling of content with whatever you have. As long as you feel contained from within, you will be more than happy. Let's understand the difference between contentment and satisfaction. One should never feel satisfied. A lot of times you must have heard the saying. That means you should not feel satisfied by whatever you have been learning. The hunger for learning should always be there, and every day practice learning newer and newer skills. So when you do that, you definitely feel more happy. Happiness is your nature, independent of your situations, people, achievements, and environment. By postponing happiness until something desirable happens, you live the present in fear or worries about the fulfillment of the desire. Allow yourself to be happy always while you achieve, while you are doing, and while fulfilling all the possible responsibilities. And even before buying, be happy. Don't wait for any particular object. Once it is bought, then only you'll be happy, because definitely the day you get that, you will be having just opposite or not that great a feelings. So don't make your happiness objective, any object oriented. You need to feel happy from within. Make happiness your default settings. Now, how that can happen? Do not have hatred for anybody in this world. Be thankful to those who are haters to you. Learn to love your haters. As long as you can love everybody on this planet, you cannot be having miseries, or nobody can prevent your happiness. Means what all I have said, let me summarize all these things, that happiness can broadly be classified in three gross headings. Number one is a physical happiness, number two is mental happiness, number three is spiritual happiness. Let's see how to attain each of these. How to attain physical happiness? That is by giving proper attention to a balanced diet, taking adequate rest, having a good quality of sleep. Third important thing is to do regular physical exercises. Most simplest of the exercises one can do is to walk for minimum 40 to 60 minutes. Do cycling exercises. These exercises have no contraindication whatsoever. If you still feel that something more you need to do, you can definitely do regular exercises. Gym exercises can be done. Do regular yoga exercises. Coming to the next is mental happiness. Mental happiness can be attained again by minimizing expectations, minimizing ego and pride, and minimize negative thoughts. Maybe next video I will be talking on thoughts. What are positive thoughts, what are negative thoughts, how does that really helps, and how to work on those thoughts. We will talk on that in that video. So the third important thing is spiritual happiness. Now spiritual happiness, how it can be attained? The spiritual happiness can be attained by recognizing your soul and body are two separate entities. Having soul consciousness, that I am a soul playing a role of a doctor. So when we play a role, we know that the soul is a separate entity and everybody on this earth is a soul. So a connection, a feeling of oneness comes in. We do not have any dividing lines of religion, races, etc., etc. Language barriers, all these things will go off once we have a strong feeling and understanding that the soul and body are different entities and we are all souls. To understand this and to practice this thing, it is very important to practice regularly mindfulness and meditation. Mindfulness and meditation will definitely help you to understand and to strengthen your spiritual happiness. I'll be definitely in my next videos will be covering on mindfulness and meditation, how it helps, what are the benefits of it, what are the physical benefits, what chemical changes, and what medical conditions those techniques of mindfulness and meditation really helps. We'll be definitely talking on that. Thank you very much. All the best. God bless you. Take care. If you like my talks, today's talk, definitely hit on the like button. Do share it with your friends and relatives. Do subscribe Lok Talks. Don't forget to hit the bell icon. Thank you very much.